Restorative Winter Yoga Practice with Emmeline. For this practice you will need a yoga bolster, or you can use a bunch of cushions and a blanket. I'm going to be taking about 6 poses, holding them each for a couple of minutes, supported by the props. So just to begin, coming to a comfortable seat and finding length in your spine. Then taking your attention to your breath. You can inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth if that feels good. And we're aiming for an equal inhale and exhale here. So maybe counting the inhale for 4 and the exhale for 4. It's helping to reset the nervous system. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. Notice how your breath feels here. How are you feeling coming to your yoga practice today? And then releasing control over the breath, coming back to your natural breath and just taking a moment of stillness. Bringing your arms up and giving yourself a hug. Squeezing yourself in, curling in, moving in towards yourself. How does this feel? And if you find that you need to move to be able to curl in towards yourself better, then go ahead. Maybe even covering your eyes to get more of an inner experience. And starting to uncurl. I'm going to move next for a supported child's pose. So just shuffling your bolster or your cushions around. I'm going to be kneeling over the bolster or cushions in a moment. I like to arrange your blanket so that you can easily drape it over yourself. And then kneeling over the props. It's going to support the front of the body. Take your time to get set up. I want to be as comfortable as possible in each of our positions. And curling down over the bolster or the cushions. Noticing how they're supporting you. And if it feels good, you might like to draw the blanket over your head. Noticing the support of the props, but also how your body is supported by the ground, by your yoga mat. And then bringing your attention back to your breath. Maybe beginning to notice where you feel the breath most in your body, in this supported child's pose. We'll be here a little while longer. I'm starting to think about emerging. Don't need to change anything just yet. And coming out of the pose, you might like to gently remove the blanket from over your head and take your time sitting up. Take a moment of stillness at the top if you like. And then we're going to move into our next posture, which is a supported side opener. So arranging the bolster so that it supports the side of your body. You're lying on your side with your knees curled up in towards the bolster. And you can hug the top arm over the back of the bolster. And the front arm can hug around the front of the bolster. Having that blanket over you, feeling its weight, its softness, its warmth. Noticing where the bolster or the cushions support your body. Maybe bringing your attention to somewhere in your body that feels warm, somewhere that feels comfortable. Allowing your head to melt down into the support of the props. As you allow the rest of your body to rest down. And continuing to notice your gentle inhale and gentle exhale. And maybe traveling more into the side of the body in this position. Thinking about moving out of this posture now. So, using the hand that's around the back of the bolster to push up. And we're going to do the same position on the other side. So setting up with your cushions or your bolster on the other side. And then bringing the knees into the bottom of the bolster and draping yourself over it. It's the opposite side of your body that's going to be supported this time. Arrange your blanket, arrange yourself. Maybe you can surrender a little bit more into the support of the props on the ground and the earth. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to think about anything. Just notice what it feels like to be here in this supported position. As you inhale and exhale, noticing the movement of your body very gently with your breath. Gently beginning to move, using your hands to press up. Slowly take your time. No need to rush between the poses here. We'll next come to a supported dragonfly pose. So taking your ankles out wide, toes pointed away from one another, bringing your bolster or your cushions out in front of you. And you can move the prop as far forward as you need to. You can build it up with more cushions, or if you're using a bolster, you can even turn it on its end before beginning to curl down over the props. Finding a position that is supportive for you here. You don't want to feel like we're doing too much work. You want to feel rested and supported and comfortable. If you find that you're holding tension anywhere in your body that you don't need to, see if you can release that now. Notice what it feels like to curve inwards, to fall forwards, and be supported. Notice how your body feels And you can move to find a slightly more comfortable spot if you need to. And bringing your attention back to your inhale and your exhale. Maybe you can find equal lengths in the breath here. Noticing the quality of your breath as you're supported in this pose. Just be here for a few moments longer. And then gently beginning to move. Bend your knees slightly and then curl upwards. We're going to move into our next position, which is a supported Shavasana, using cushions or bolster underneath our back. Opening the heart a little bit. You can have your legs out long in front of you, or you can cross at the ankles if this feels comfortable. And just bring the bolster or the cushions right up into the small of the back so you can lie down over the top. And have the head supported. If you need to get additional props to do this, go ahead. Just finding a comfortable, restful position. Bringing your blanket over the top of you. Maybe this time allowing the back of the head to melt down into the support of the props underneath it. Allowing the fronts of the shoulders to drop away from one another. You can have your hands either on your hips or maybe just draping down onto the floor either side of you. We'll be here for a few minutes more. Allowing your attention to rest again on your inhale and your exhale. You might notice where the breath feels free in its journey in and out of your body. Where does the breath feel open in this position? And if you're comfortable to close your eyes or soften your gaze, if you haven't already, maybe take that chance now. Continuing to breathe. Continuing to feel supported just where you are. And then without changing anything, you're just going to start to think about moving. You can have a stretch. You might like to find the ground with the palms of your hands. And very gently taking your time to come up. And we'll just come into our final posture for this practice. So again, sitting, whichever way is most comfortable. You can support yourself with your props. Finding length in the spine. You might like to bring your hands, palms to meet, thumbs into the breastbone. Just notice how you feel. Now you've completed this restorative winter yoga practice. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.